Everything's gonna be fine.
Nope, not at all. Nothing's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine.
No, it's not. Nothing's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Nothing's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna be fine.
How do I get rid of these negative thoughts?
I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, they call me TSED.
Like that.
I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, she's TSED. I'm Simone, they call me TSED.
Like that. Woo! All right, y'all. Welcome back to episode 36 of A Positive Mind with TSED. I know we have all been there with these negative thoughts that seem to just get stuck. And some of us really do try. We know how to be positive. We put on a smile. We sit up nice and straight. And somehow these negative thoughts still choose to stick around. Well, I'm going to give you some insights today as to why they stick around and how you can still get rid of them. Are y'all ready? Let's do it. First, you should understand that your brain is seen in pictures, okay? What's going on in your head is happening like a movie. So when you've got that picture in your mind kind of stuck there that's saying it's not going to work, things are not going to work, no matter how much you verbally try to just say it over and over and over, it may not be effective. So let's consider a couple of things. Number one, the picture in your mind is something that you kind of want to change around. You want to do it more deliberately. You don't want to just say words, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. You want to find the actual picture that's going on in your mind that might be taking you to a negative place and actually swish it. I said swish, y'all. I didn't make a mistake. Swish is a neuro-linguistic programming technique where we actually take an old picture that's limiting a belief, right? Something that limits us and doesn't let us live our best lives. And we swish it. So you're switching it, but the word is swish. It's just go with it. So you're using the swish pattern to switch that actual old picture into the newer picture that you'd rather have. So this is where you actually give your brain directions. Hey brain, I don't want to think about that. I want to think about that. Oh yeah. Now I'm actually going to give you a quick sample of how a swish pattern works, although I highly recommend that you work with a practitioner if you really want to get deep into it. And of course, if you have deeper questions about the swish pattern, you want to jump into any of my Q&A conferences that I have, and of course join the Academy because you will get your questions answered, all right? I'm going to link our upcoming Q&A conference below, and of course make sure you have the link to join our Academy because you should have your questions answered. But before I get into the swish, I want to talk to you about your feeling. Being able to feel the positive emotion that you want associated with the new picture is very important. As they say, the feeling is the fuel. So here's a story to make it all make sense. So I had a client who really loved working out and taking care of her body, but she was very self-conscious every time she got to the gym. Just kind of felt like she was doing things wrong. She looked a little awkward. Everyone was staring at her, which probably wasn't the case, but it's how she felt. And this affected her performance and the emotion that she felt every time she approached the gym and saw that there were certain exercises that they were going to do together in their like aerobics class. And those exercises were the ones that she felt the most awkward in. So right there, we've got the first thing we need for a swish pattern. What's the trigger? What's the thing that makes you realize, I'm not going to feel so good about this, right? So for this particular client, anytime she saw on the board, whatever the plan was for the day, she would realize that one I'm not so good at. That one I feel really awkward at. Oh no, this is going to be a bad day. So that was a trigger that told her brain, imagine yourself being super awkward and this being a pretty bad time. So I did a swish pattern with her where I said, hey, what is the feeling you would like to have instead? What's the picture in your mind that goes with that feeling? She imagined herself walking up to the gym, seeing everything that was on the board for them to do that day and feeling empowered, feeling excited, feeling exuberant about the way these exercises were going to help her body. So she had the feeling in place. I asked her to now put a picture in place. What does that look like? You being strong, you just getting it, you just having a great time there and just really trusting that you can handle these workouts and that you look totally fine doing it, just being confident. She got this picture in her mind and then we went ahead with the swish. Basically, you take that old picture of what you don't want, imagine it really small, black and white, and then you imagine this picture of what you do want, how you do want to feel and be represented. And you imagine that picture is big and in color. And that picture comes up from your bottom right and just smashes through that old picture. And right in front of your face is this big picture of how you really do want to feel and what you want to look like in that moment. And you keep recycling that again and again. You swish the old picture, the new picture, swish, the old picture, the new picture, swish. There used to be a Tony Robbins video about this. If I can find it, I'm going to link it below. Just go ahead and check. If you don't see it, it means I didn't find it, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm going to try, all right? So anyway, I did that with my client and it was a massive success. That trigger no longer woke up that old picture in her mind anymore. Every time she saw the board that listed what they were going to do, her brain brought up that new picture. So she felt excited and exuberant and ready to go. And this is how the swish pattern works. And we can do this for our own thoughts as well. Now you can do this for a host of emotions and a host of different topics. Let's say you're going to a new school or you're starting a new job. Even if you're looking for love and you have a bad image in your mind about never being able to find love, or just a perception of yourself. If you're seeing yourself as unworthy or unimportant or unattractive, you can use a swish pattern to shift the way you are carrying those beliefs in your mind. From a limiting belief that is not working for you to a really empowering, positive belief. Now, I can't emphasize enough how much you should probably have a practitioner work with you on this. But I thought it'd be so cool for you to know that a technique like this exists. Why don't we all know this exists? So if you're feeling comfortable and you want to just relax in your own mind and say, well, let me imagine at least the better picture that I want for myself. That's how you can use this tool without a practitioner, without extra help, is just start picturing things that you do want. Keep it super simple. You don't got to do the swish and the pictures and the smash up, right? Although those are very effective. Again, get yourself a practitioner to do those. But at the very least, you can obviously see the value now of creating those empowering pictures and keeping them in your mind, retraining your brain to see those pictures instead. So the next time you're sitting somewhere and having this negative thought and you're trying to put a smile on your face and say, everything's gonna be okay, don't force it, don't fake it. You know how I feel about faking it, y'all, okay? Instead, I want you to be aware of what it is that is bothering you, what that thought is being fueled by, and switch the picture. Create a new picture of success in your mind. Just ask yourself, what if it went well? What if it went like this? And then imagine that picture. What if it worked out like that? What if I felt this way about myself? Start imagining those new pictures and start training the brain to see yourself that way. All right, y'all, so that is it for episode 36. Thank you so much for joining me. I just want to make sure you guys know that you have these tools, you have these resources, and man, there is so much you can do inside of your mind to help you to change your behavior, change the way you're feeling, and change the way you are thinking. You don't have to be stuck with negative thoughts. Now, I do understand all of us are different, and I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all, honey. So if you've got something deeper going on, feel free to go to your mental health professional. Do not stay away from that. Don't shy away from that. Go and explore the help that you need. If you feel, though, that this is something that resonates with you, go ahead and try it. Just try to conjure more pictures in your mind that are positive, that are taking you where you do want to go. And spend a little less time feeding and marinating on those pictures that are clearly limiting you from your ultimate success. I love you guys, and I'm so happy you tune in every single Sunday here for A Positive Mind with TSED. I hope this fed your heart and soul and planted a beautiful garden of success in your mind and in your heart. I'll see you next Sunday.